Hello and welcome back to another legendary episode of the one and only Speculation Alley. It's your boy A-Bomb here, and as always with me is my brother from another mother, Crypto Dilly. What's going on, my man?
What is up, dude? We got a fun-filled episode that I think is really educational, actually.
Yeah, for once. What, you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, for sure. So there's obviously been the new release of Battletown 2.0, and we got bounties. And so with bounties, a lot of people have been going on these different quests. You have to attach a G tag to be able to go on the bounty as a captain, and then people can actually join in on the mission. The idea is that the different missions that you go on, you're able to earn popcorn by actually going, and each one of them is a different PFP. And by earning popcorn, the idea is that you'll be able to increase the rarity. Now, if you're an OG, you've been around the project for a minute, you know that you have earned G tags or gotten G tags by burning a Genesis item. And the different rarity tier of the Genesis item actually gave you an output for the number of G tags. So the idea is that the 27 G tags will be applied to be able to get an epic, and then 9 would get you a rare, and then a uncommon would be 3, and a common would be 1 G tag. Now, if we extrapolate that information, there's going to be a correlation with popcorn, but the amount of popcorn that's needed to level up to these different rarity tiers is going to be a lot greater. I'm thinking that it's either 4 or 5 times the number of G tags that's needed to hit these different rarity tiers. But the other strategic part of this is that each one of the quests that you go on for bounties, you're only able to earn one type of popcorn that would apply for the PFP you're going for. So if you really want like a Megalodon that's an epic, you should be stacking all of your G tags and going on the bounties that are going to get you the Megalodon, because you're going to be able to increase the amount of popcorn that you're able to earn. And so that old tweet that we saw weeks ago where it said, use your G tag strategically, it makes a lot more sense now, because you could be spreading out your G tags and going on all these different quests and bounties, but you're only going to earn less popcorn, and then you'll be able to actually like trade them and do different things like that. So did I leave anything out there?
No, I think that's a really good summary of what it all is, and what we're trying to get to the bottom of is essentially like with the theory that we've seen with the crafted items or the Genesis items that were, different rarities, and them spitting out what, type, how many G tags you got is kind of what we're going off of, right? So like the theory is that if you have an epic Genesis, and you got 27 G tags, then the way to get an epic PFP would be to, in very simple terms with G tags, would be to stack 27 G tags to get an epic PFP for that class that you're choosing. Now, what we're figuring out is how much popcorn it would take to use one G tag, and when you're going to essentially stack and merge that popcorn with that G tag in the future, how many popcorn do you need to get to an epic? And as Dilly said, I think it's quite a few. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see the trading and how popcorn is going to be valued in the future as well. What PFPs people are going to be kind of going for more. If it's going to just be like one popcorn for one popcorn, I don't think it's going to be like that, but we'll see in the future.
Well, and one thing that's really cool is that G tags are almost like a wild card. If you're playing like Go Fish or something like that, like G tags, it sounds like they'll be interchangeable and you'll be able to use them on whatever the hell PFP you want. So if you have 27 of them, you can get an epic of any 7 of that, PFPs that are out there. But with popcorn, you have to be really strategic. Let's say you have 7 G tags and it is 5 times the valuation. Well, you're going to need 10 popcorn of the exact same, like let's say Swampy, and you apply 10 popcorn and 7 G tags, now you can have an a rare Swampy PFP, right? So like being strategic and really like organizing your thoughts and the way that you're playing the game is going to become essential. And one thing a lot of people aren't really talking about is that you want to not only be strategic with the bounties you're going on and but leave some behind, so that way you can still hit these missions and earn the badges, because badges are extremely important and they're going to earn you tea leaves. And we don't really know what tea leaves will do either.
Yeah, that's a whole other bag of unpacking right there too, right? Is like, what are the tea leaves going to be used for? How important are they going to be? And I think again, what's really interesting is to show how the team just continues to build upon what they already have and not add more apparatus, right? Because that was something that was talked about in the very beginning of this project. And I think that what they've done is not only build out a more involved and more fulfilling experience because we can do it together now with like specific smaller groups, but also really see like the way that strategy is going to be applied here, because we don't know what is happening yet with these items. Really, we're just speculating on it, and really the only the future can tell us. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, this Battletown. So stay
Well, and
tuned.
one big thing that a lot of people didn't realize in this first bounty is that when you invite, basically, you have to have a G tag to be a captain of a bounty, but then you can join in on these bounties. And what a lot of people were doing is they're like, oh, I need people that have a lot of points to join in on this bounty because we're going to increase the amount of popcorn that we earn. But reality is that your points are the only thing that matters. However, the multiplier will increase with the number of people that join you on the bounty. And so if you have one person in, you can go out on that bounty with the G tag and you'll get 2.5% multiplier, or at 0. And then as people on or go in on the bounty with you, then you can get a max of 10% multiplier for everybody going with you. And I think that's a really important fact because a lot of people were like scrambling to get people with a lot of points. And really, it's just your points that matter. And then the number of people that join you will increase the multiplier.
The last thing I'll add to that is if you're trying to figure out how to join a bounty and you're in Battletown, top right, there's these two little icons right there. It's like two little people with a plus sign in front of it. That's how you start a bounty. However, if you want to actually join one, you need to go into the Discord of 10KTF shop and go to LFG channel. And there's a whole bunch of little codes that you can actually type in when you click that icon that I'm talking about on Battletown. You click that, look at the code, and put it in there. So check that out. See if you can join some battles or some bounties and have fun. But join us as well as we unpack everything that we just discussed. Tell us what you think the conversion rate is going to be, how much popcorn you're going to need to get to a rare PFP with 1 G tag. Tell us what you think, you're going to get for just even going on a bounty. How many, popcorns we're going to get. You're going to get 1, you're going to get 10. It's going to be really telling here after these next bounties close up. So join us as we talk about it all this Wednesday on Twitter, and leave a comment, subscribe if you got any value from this, and join us next week as we do it all over again.
All right. With that, we'll see you next week. Peace.